West Michigan Congressman Justin Amash has drawn the ire from colleagues in both parties, whether by leading a so-called coup to replace House Speaker John Boehner or by voting against funding for Superstorm Sandy victims. Well, tonight, the controversial Republican rep held his first town hall meeting of the year. He took questions at the Ford Museum, and 24-Hour News 8's Heather Walker got a rare one-on-one with a representative, and she joins us live in studio. Heather?
The Cascade Republican known to dodge the media was open tonight, and so were his constituents, sharing their fears and thoughts for our country and community. But are Amash's political moves helping to solve those problems or just making things worse?
I mean, it's really frightening. I've got a great-grandson now, and I'm looking at him and saying, what's his future going to be?
My concern is for number one, the debt.
Healthcare. I think we're going in the right direction with Obamacare.
Money issues and the national debt that we have.
The national debt, spending, healthcare, immigration, and the environment were all concerns brought up tonight. Kent County Republican representative says both parties are to blame. He says the whole system in Washington is wrong. But what makes Representative Amash so right?
Well, it's up to the people to decide who's right ultimately.
So you are different in what way?
Well, I'm open, I'm transparent.
He does appear that way, taking to Twitter and Facebook after every vote, starting the year voting against legislation to avoid the so-called fiscal cliff, saying there weren't enough spending cuts. Some people thought that you voting against Hurricane Sandy relief was wrong and insensitive. Are you voting the way that you want to vote, or are you voting the way your constituents want you to vote?
I'm voting the way the constituents want me to vote, which is to represent all of the people of my district. And we have a major spending problem in this country.
His voting record caused Republican leaders to boot him from his prominent role on the House Budget Committee. How effective can you be if you're not on those major committees?
Very effective. Because at the end of the day, what matters is that the people at home understand the problems going on in Washington, D.C., and that they put pressure on members of Congress.
Amash says he is not changing in the new year, focusing 2013 on his main concern, cutting spending. Brian?